Love, light, and blessings. This is Shamanic Arawak Priestess here, and stuff is falling on the floor. And I wanted to make this quick video because I always said I was gonna do spiritual Thursdays, and for the last 3 weeks I haven't really done that. But I wanted to make a video about intention setting, spell work, root work, rituals, whatever you want to name it. When you're doing a working, I like to call it a working, let's say for yourself or someone's doing it for you. There's just some things that I've learned from experience, like some do's and don'ts. You don't have to resonate with this, and this is not aimed at any specific persons or anything like that. It's just a message that I felt from my spirit guides to share with you guys. And I understand it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Um, One thing that I've learned whenever you're doing a working is that it's important, if you're doing it and you're calling upon a certain energy, loyalty is important, meaning that if you're working with a specific energy, there are energies that are jealous if you work with another energy asking for the same intention, or if you make a promise to a spirit and you don't keep it. So for instance, if I'm doing something for a client, and let's say one of my spirit guides says they would like this kind of recognition or reward, and then that person fails to do it, well, that door might be open, it might again close. So it's all about respecting the energies that we work with. And if said offering is promised, or if they're asking something of us, because a lot of energies are ancient energies. They were once human and now they're spirits, and they're like people. They were people and they're still people, in my opinion. Maybe they're not physically here, but they're spiritually here. And I just find, on a personal basis, if you treat them the way you want to be treated, things usually go well. Because if you're demanding, like, well, you need to do this now, let's say if you're doing a working, but you need to do it now, and you're growing impatient with that spirit, where they may have wanted to help you, they may say, you know what, now I'm not going to do it. Or if you have a worker that's working something for you, but you're constantly like, well, do you do this? Do you do that? And making that person upset, that can affect, because your protections don't want to see you upset. So it's just very important to whatever energy you're working with to have that respect for it. There's energies like that have been around since before humans. They're ancient. Some of them have no names. Some of them have been gone for thousands or hundreds of years. When you're working, especially with ancestors or saints or whatever it is, or some people work with god and goddesses, those are ancient energies. And there's a certain respect that they deserve. Learning what offerings they like is important. Researching it, or knowing somebody who's initiated in that tradition or genetically comes from that tradition. If you're working with the energy that comes from Ireland, it's important to know what is the culture in Ireland. What are some common foods? Because maybe you want to give it a food offering, or maybe you want to give it an incense that maybe comes from that place, or whatever the case may be. Or if you're working with a deity from Africa, find someone of African descent and maybe book a reading, or whatever the case may be, or exchange something. And maybe they want to share, hey, this is what's worked for me, or something like that. Because it's just about respect of that energy building. It's important to build a relationship, introducing yourself, not just going in there, well, I want this, I want that, I want that. Um, because I feel like that's important. Like, we need to respect the energies that we work with. We need to build that relationship. If someone's working on your behalf, you need to respect that worker and the spirits they're working with in that sense. That's important. That's very, very important. Things like that. So I just wanted to share that. I just, I noticed that, and I noticed sometimes that there's people that are like, well, I don't want to pay that for that, and they don't realize, well, maybe that person's charging. I mean, there's some people that are crazy with the prices, I ain't gonna lie. But that's another video, and that's not what I'm talking about. But let's say they're asking you for something. I want you to do a root work. I do root work only after consultation, and I'm gonna be honest, I rarely do them anymore. I more do psychic readings and healings. But if spirits allow me to, and I'm drawn to that particular case, so I don't take all cases, just wanted to make let that out there. Because that's just the way my spirits are and my guides. It's just like, oh, but I don't want to pay X amount of money, but you're forgetting that that root worker, there's offerings they have to make through their spirits. They have to, so like for me, for instance, I might not be able to take certain readings at certain times. So I'm not making X amount of money during this time because I'm working on your stuff, whatever days or weeks this working is going to take. That's a lot of dedication. You just don't light a candle, walk away, and that's it. Like, that's not what you do. Sometimes you have to sit there for hours praying and doing rituals and doing, so it's very time consuming. So that person, that worker, needs to get paid for their time, and they need to be able to offer those things to those spirits. So feeding the spirits, making offering to spirits, it's money. It costs money. I am a full-time reader. I am a full-time healer. So, I have to make constant offerings. I have to keep my spiritual self filled and fulfilled, and I have to keep them happy to keep everything going. I have to do self-care. I have to constantly meditate, clear myself, learn things. Like I said in the other video, I have a new mentor that has come into my life. I've had three very significant people. She doesn't want me to mention who she is, so I'm just gonna say she. She is a very important, and I'm learning even other mysteries and secrets. So that's going to even help me to help more people. So, all these things take time. It takes time to study under somebody. It takes time to study if you're reading a book, or so this is why I charge for readings, because this is what I do. In order for me to do this full time, I have to receive some type of compensation because I have gas and electric. I have a house that I'm renting that I have to pay. I have 4 children that I have to take care of. So, that's how I see that. And that helps me to dedicate myself to this full time and then be the best that I can be. And everybody's different and things like that. So I don't feel bad about charging for stuff because I feel like it's an energy exchange. It's just like any other job. If you get your nails done by somebody, you're gonna pay them to do your nails. If you're gonna go to a beautician and they're gonna style your hair, you're gonna pay that beautician for their time. Even going to the doctor or the clinic, you're gonna pay that person for their time. And that's the same thing with the spirits. They don't mind helping one, but they want to be paid for their time because the loas, even the orishas, they have feelings, and just like they have a light side, they have a whole other side to them. So you want to keep them appeased and be respectful and not be like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's not what you do. That's why I find doing even a consultation before I even light any candles or do anything, because I don't want to do something that's going to hurt somebody. And sometimes people don't always tell you the whole truth about a situation. And then my spirits are going to be mad at me. And then I did something for somebody else and now my life is messed up. So that's all karma. I do believe in karmic law. So definitely, so yeah, that's basically my take on that. It's important to feed the spirits. It's important to offer them things. It's important to get a full picture of what you're going to do if you're going to do something and invoke certain energies, because things do come back to us. So you got to be willing to take that, what is going to come back from that. Now, I work both the right and left, so that's not what I'm saying. I am a witch. It's a practice. It's not a religion for me. It was what I was born to do. It was what I was born into. I am a fourth generation, taught by family, and from the very strong women in my family, from great grandmother to mother, now me, and I'm teaching my oldest daughter. So it's going. And then I've had very traditional witches come into my life as well. They were born into this as well, teaching me more things. So it's beautiful to learn all these different traditions. I've been very blessed with that, and things like that. So thank you so much for watching my video. Oh, one last thing too. That's another reason why I did show you guys my ancestor altar. And I believe in one of my videos, I showed you my working altar. So the altar that I always look at, which is mostly crystals and things. But the reason why I never showed you my witchy room is because in the tradition that I'm from, we're not really supposed to show that stuff on camera. There's a lot of mysteries and secrets, and the spirits that I work with kind of don't, that's like their room, if that makes sense. I know that may sound weird to some people. That room has been dedicated to them, and in my home, I allow spirits to walk in my actual home. Like, they're free to walk around, and that's where they live. So they live in that section, and they're doing their thing and they kind of don't want to be interrupted. Like even when I go into my witch room, well, it's not even my witch room, it's their room. I knock on the door. I ask their permission to come in because that's their home. And just like I would do that if I came to visit one of you guys, I'm going to do that if I come to visit my spirits because they have their own place, their own area. So, that may not resonate with everybody, but we're very being the shaman, and the tradition that I'm born, that is a way we revere the ancestors. That's very common in African traditional religion as well. So much love, light, and blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video. And until the next video, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. Please like and subscribe and comment below, because when you guys comment, that gives me life. I made this channel for that because I wanted to connect with you guys in the community. And if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, shamanic-priestess.com, shamanic-priestess.com. I do live readings and whatever you want, third-party readings, and all that wonderful stuff. Bye, guys.